unsuccessfully again. Been eliminated from the Olympic Games qualifier. Very sad. And a very worrying picture painted to the world about Ghana football. And I don't want to be particular about the Meteors, but generally, if you watch the game, you could clearly see that a lot of things are wrong. A lot of wrongs in Ghana football. Definitely not amongst the top football nations in Africa. Definitely not too good enough to compete. And this is something that we must, as a matter of fact, accept. We are very poor. We have become very, very poor. They won the first game, which was not convincing. And the second game was horrible. And this was difficult to watch. And this is not particular with the Meteors. I think that our football has come to a level that it's become even comical. It's funny. I don't know how you see it, but it's funny that at this point in our football, like I tweeted a few minutes ago, if you put Ghana national team in a group, any Ghana national team, in a group consisting of Ethiopia, Djibouti, or even Eritrea, is still a tough group for Ghana. I don't know what's wrong, but it looks like every other thing with our football is wrong. I don't know. You cannot even be particular about whether it's coaching, whether it's about the playing, whether it's about the league. You clearly cannot point what is wrong with Ghana football. They cannot even string 2-3 passes together. They cannot put 2 passes together. What sort of football is this? We've watched football in this country, the first African team to get to the medal zone and win a bronze medal at the Olympic Games. Now we have gone 20 years. Next year will be 20 years. The Paris Olympic Games will be exactly 20 years since we last qualified in football for the Olympics. And the women have not qualified since the last 20 years. What is actually wrong with our football? Is Ghana football in the intensive care units, or it's already dead? You cannot even string players who have been hyped across board. Players who have been hyped across cannot even put 2, 3, 4, 5 passes. And look at the defense. Looks like they've never played football their entire lives. Sometimes it hurts. No, just get to semi-finals and finals and lose. It becomes understandable. Now we cannot even compete. In AFCON, we get eliminated by Comoros. In the World Cup qualifiers, we struggle to win games. We struggle to beat South Africa. We struggle to beat Ethiopia. We struggle with Zimbabwe. In the AFCON qualifiers now, we are struggling to beat Central African Republic. We are struggling to beat Angola. We are struggling to beat teams that do not even rank in terms of football in the world. So you clearly have to accept, and we face reality, that a lot of things are wrong with Ghana football. Look, I said this 2 days ago on radio. We all get flabbergasted. I don't know. We all get so excited when we win one game in a year, one good game. The Black Stars themselves win one good game in a year, and that will become the talk of town in Parliament. One good game. We've played one good game against South Korea or so, and that is all. The under-17 team is not qualifying for tournament. It's not like they are qualifying and failing to advance. They are not even qualifying. Now we've thrown the baton to Niger, Mali, Senegal, Cameroon, to South Africa. The under-20 team is not qualifying for tournament. They are not even making the grade. I'm talking about qualification. They are not even making the grade. The under-23 team is not qualifying. Under-20 Africa World Cup not qualifying. The Chan team, the local team, failed to qualify against Niger, Sudan, Comoros, Niger, Sudan. Central African Republic, Ethiopia, Madagascar, Congo, Somalia, Comoros, every team on the continent now. We have become too poor. We have become extremely poor. And somebody needs to put their feet down and say enough is enough. Are we going to revolutionize our football? Do we have to take a radical step? Look, it's becoming too embarrassing. We can't even qualify in the first place. And players who have been hyped by us, the media, and their agents cannot even put two passes together. You watch the game today and you watch Guinea, you watch the pattern, and you see our players, the style of play, the defenders that we put in the game today are defenders that you cannot even pay 2 cedis to say these are players that you want to purchase into a team. They will not even amount to 2 Ghana cedis. What sort of embarrassing, attitude has come over Ghana football at this point? It's become generally disappointing. And it is not particular with one national team. And it's not particular with even the national teams, with all the clubs. You cannot compete at any level. Like I said, if you put the Ghana team, Ghana Black Meteors, they are not qualifying. Ghana Black Queens, they are not qualifying. Ghana Black Princesses, they are not qualifying. Ghana women's team in Africa, they are not qualifying. Under 17, they are not qualifying. And they play as if they are doing somebody some favor by being on the pitch. Players from Ghana, a country that used to dominate football on the continent, a country that was known as the Brazil of African football, cannot even put 2 passes, 3 passes in a game. No, I said this. Somebody is saying that I'm a football prophet. I said 2 days ago. I said it, that we should stop. We should stop being so excited that Ghana has won 1 or 2 games. Now it's become normal, and I'm saying it. We win 1 game. We play 1 good game. I'm not saying excellent. I'm not saying awesome. I'm not saying superfluous. I'm not saying a game that is too good. We play 1 good game, an average game a year, and that is it. From the Black Stars to the Black Queens to the Black Meteors, they play 1 good game, and that is it. What is actually wrong? No, if other teams are not beating us, I understand. Comoros are beating us. Madagascar are beating us. Central African Republic, Angola, Eritrea, Sudan, Somalia, Niger, they are beating us. We don't even get to the point where we play Egypt. We can't play Morocco. We can't play Tunisia. We can't play Senegal. We've not gotten to that point. Now we can't even beat the very lowly rated sides in Africa. The very inferior sides, we can't beat them. So what's with football in this country? What's it? And there is a deputy minister there. There is this there. There is this there. They see what's going on. They can't pass. They simply cannot pass. That is my worry. They cannot pass the ball from one side to the other. They cannot string passes like we know of our coast football. They cannot put 2, 3 passes and see the pattern of play and see that this is a team that has been trained. This is a team that's playing to a pattern. They cannot put passes together. And, they put people's hearts in turmoil. There are people who are watching this game and praying for Ghana. And people don't care. Looks like there are players who have been called into the various national teams and there is no recourse to their performance. There is no recourse to their commitment. And it is sad. It's becoming very embarrassing. Very, 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 very. We don't even have 2, 3 good players in any national team. And we hire players at this and that and this, and we have that, they play for this. You put them in the national team, and it becomes so disappointing. We said it. It's not like somebody is waiting for some of these things to happen. But clearly, we saw this long ago, that our football has been sinking. It's been sinking. It's been very disappointing. you see that in any rating, you understand, in any continent or in any tournament, there are teams that you clearly know that these are teams that are being put in groups as weaker sides, from regional weaker sides. So they put a team from a stronger side in pot 1, they put you in pot 2, they put the weaker sides in pot 3. Then you come together and say the stronger sides are qualifying. Now you don't even know where to place Ghana. I'm not talking about the Black Meteors. I'm talking about, don't forget about your Chan team. They went to the tournament, local-based players. They went to the tournament and failed to play one convincing game. Not even one convincing game. Throughout 4 games that they went to Chan, they were players who could not even head the ball. Players, and we saw that today. A centre-back, Otto Ampao with his head. Centre-back. Otto Ampao, he's missing the ball with the head. I've never seen this since I started football. Centre-back. I have never seen this before. And there was a player in the team today, Otto Ampao 3 times. Obo first one wonya, obo second one wonya, obo third one Ampao 3 times. If you saw the left back, 3 Ampao in 1 minute or 1 second. Ampao 3 times. Where do they pick these guys from? Where do they come from? You come and they disgrace the entire country. Is it better that we put our football on pause? I think it's come to a time that we have to embrace and face reality that Ghana is no more a football nation. Maybe it's time to put a halt on football and find solutions before we restart. And I've been saying this. I don't know how we do it. We need to put a halt on this. Put a halt and say we are no more competing in any tournament. The embarrassment has become legendary. We have gotten to a point where we put 11 players on the field and 7 or 8 of them cannot pass the ball. Just pass. I'm not saying score. They cannot pass amongst themselves. Ghana, you pass every community, walk through every community and see kids in possession of ball, kids. And that is the Ghana that they assemble players who cannot pass on a good pitch. I don't understand. I simply do not get why we have gotten to this point. And if we don't get angry enough, that is the only thing that excites people in this country. That's the only thing that people can talk about and feel relief. You understand? Football is the only thing that keeps this country going. And we've gotten to a point where football has become of personal interest. We have 11 players on the pitch wearing the Ghana national team jersey, and 7 of them cannot pass the ball. They cannot even control. They cannot control the ball. Just control and pass. The most basic element of football, they can't. And we've been saying these things. And I was telling people on Tuesday on radio and TV, and those of you who watch, that we will get more embarrassing, we will get more disappointing than this. Don't talk about politics. There are people who don't like politics at all. People they don't even want to talk about politics. But football is a general game. It's something that unifies this country. And this is where our attention has been for so many years. Why do we have players playing for Ghana national team who cannot pass? Where do they come from? Who born dog? We have seen better teams in this country, better players. Where do these guys come from in the first place? And let's make it clear that if we do not stop being selfish and invest in this game properly, we will get deeper. We will sink deeper and deeper. There are people who did not watch the game. Don't bother going to watch. If you did not watch the Black Meteors today, don't bother. Don't get yourself entangled in a heart attack situation. Don't get yourself involved. Because you cannot watch the game and feel proud to be a Ghanaian. You need a win to qualify. And you are playing as if you've been hired to lose. You've been paid to lose. And the Deputy Minister of Sports is in Morocco, saying that he's seen the facilities in Morocco. Let's sit here and get money from World Cup and chop it amongst ourselves and put players in an airplane and say we are going to compete. And now they can't even pass. So don't they feel embarrassed, the leaders? Don't they feel embarrassed that coaching is not working, refereeing is not working, playing is not working, goalkeeping is not working? We don't have any department of football that is excelling. Club football, dear, club football. Don't even come to the club football local league and ask for that, dear. Nobody is even ready to discuss local football in Ghana. They put 22 players from the local league, and that is don't mention, don't even venture. They went to the Chan tournament and it was like baller so agronomudi. It was very shambolic, very shabby display. So the local league there, the clubs themselves, they cannot even get anywhere in Africa. 6-0, 6-1, 6-0. And so if Morocco are beating us, I understand. If Tunisia and Egypt are beating us, I understand. Now it's gotten to the point where Ghana national team, Black Stars, is struggling to play against Central African Republic, Bangui, Central African Republic, Jean Michel Bokassa, Central African Republic. We cannot beat them. We cannot beat Aloisio Tony Silvers, Angola. We cannot beat them. We cannot beat Mahmoud Rahman's Comoros. We can't. We cannot play against Mobutu Sese Seku's DR Congo. Now we can't face them. So I won't talk about Sadat, Egypt, and whatsoever. I'm not going to talk about Ibn Battutas, Morocco. Those are people who are advanced. I'm talking about Central African Republic. I'm talking about N'Djamena, Niger. Mena people, Niger. We cannot play against Niger. Every day, there is something to talk about Ghana football that is so embarrassing. Pitches are bad. Referees are bad. Officiating, basa. Refereeing, coaching, basa. National Academy, national teams, basa. And you can't even pinpoint. That's my problem. That there is one national team that is doing well. That's my whole problem. You can't even pinpoint that there is one national local league. So what's the enjoyment? What's the fun? I think, and I've been saying this for years, I think sometimes you have to put a halt. Just like it happens with politics. When there is a coup d'etat, you suspend the constitution. There has to be a coup d'etat to suspend the constitution of the country and say, now we are not going to apply all these football rules. We are not going to, they have to suspend football. Just like coup d'etat comes to suspend every activity in the country, and then people change positions. Radicalization of the entire system. Revolution has happened. Now, under 17, this is how we are going to do it. We are going to bend down Pram and rebuild it. We are going to bend down this. We are going to do this. The league is going to be autonomous. One month, then things are happening like that. Yes, because the slow pace, it's not working. Because we are not even building. Every day we are in transition. You can walk up by the same thing. National team, no come no walk up about. So, I was making this point on radio the other day. I feel that even the good game be omobo no walk up, one good game be omobo, There were players, I say, they've seen that this is the top level football. And there are players who want to get contracts. That is my thinking. Omuko walk up, there are players because they want to get contracts and play in bigger clubs. Into omuku for one good game or two good games, but they are not too good enough for consistency. That's what I learned from the World Cup. We play one good game when they are playing a big team. Obia per se, oye be extraordinary. Obetima in one day, but omunye good enough for consistency like Sadio Mane mono. You need to be extremely good to be consistent. Messi, Ronaldo, Sadio Mane level, Mohamed Salah, no, you need to be consistent. So they play against South Korea or Portugal in the World Cup, the stakes are high. No, to get contract. 1, 2, this is happening for more than 10 years. The Black Stars will play one good game a year, one good game. Then one, no. Because they are not good enough to be consistent. Minim Ghana player, why you consistent for more than 6 months, scoring goals to say Ellen Haaland when Michael Essien was in top form every week or Bobono. I've never seen that again. So anytime, maybe a man for the bomb say, why are you saying that? But that is what I feel. That the players will play one good game when the stakes are high. One good game. A year, one good game. That is all. And omuni ahoden now, omode bebo consistent. Until omubo one nasa, share Ethiopia, they will struggle. Oh, Ghana. Where are all the good players that we used to have? That we put a team together. You have this, you have that, you have this, number 4, number 5. You can even close your eyes and mention them. I remember when we qualified for the Olympic Games in 2004. In 2003, when the qualifiers were ongoing, Yusuf Chipsa, William Thierry, you can mention them practically. Jojo, Yusuf Chipsa, William Thierry, you mentioned John Mensah. Then we have a whole Kojo Poku Mahala was scoring home and away. We beat Algeria in a very tough game. We beat Algeria away and home. We beat South Africa and beat them in Kumasi to qualify. We went to South Africa and beat, if you remember, the Amagloglo of South Africa. Where are all these players? What's happening? Then every time we have qualified for the World Cup, we have qualified for the World Cup, we have qualified for the World Cup, and that will keep ringing in our heads. So in the last 20 years or so, Morocco have qualified for only 2 World Cups. Ghana have qualified for 4. It looks like we put all our energy, $20 million in World Cup. We go and come back. Share free brand here today. Played in the Ghana League. Your Ghana Premier League, the top scorer cannot even find a club to play. The Ghana Premier League top scorer, Onyati Mumbo. The Premier League na yebone top scorer Onyati Mumbo bia ubebia. Women's football, everything. See idea. I'm telling you, Tanzania for Chia. Tanzania. Say teams are misro movie. I say Tanzania, Zambia, Burkina Faso. All these teams are stronger. Because now Ethiopia, Eritrea, Comoros, Madagascar. Madagascar, Omashaye 2-3 times. Madagascar, Omashaye 3 times. Madagascar. This is something that I'm so worried. I don't remember the last time a Ghana national team played a very good game. A very good game. I'm talking about Asamoah Jamuta. Forget about them. Come to the last 5 or 10 years. It is becoming embarrassing. If Moroccans are beating us, Egyptians are beating us, South Africa, I don't have a problem. Now we cannot beat Ethiopia. We cannot beat Zimbabwe. We cannot beat Central African Republic. We cannot beat Niger. We cannot beat Comoros. All our national teams. When you talk, but we have been talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and it's getting worse. We have been talking. We don't hate anybody, but the fundamentals are weak. Apologies to Baumia. The fundamentals are completely weak, and the international scene is exposing us. When the fundamentals are weak, the international scene will expose us. Look at the players. I hear Shipuko Bruchi. Bruni Ayefreno, Tom Vernon, they are the Biamekano. Look at the players, no Shipuko. At least on the quality grade kakra. National the Ayanko for Nedeko. I come from national team. Look at them. They can't pass. They can't pass. Quick fix. Fried rice players, fried rice. 10, fried rice. They put them together, then sell. They cannot pass. I'm not saying that they can't score. They cannot pass. Put the ball down. Pass the ball to your colleague. That is simple. They can't even pass. So what is the coaching? Where is the playing pattern? Where is the playing pattern? Where is the coaching? Where are the players? Where are the quality of training? Nothing. Ghana goes to CHAN, Championship of African Nations. CHAN, made for local players. We failed to beat Niger. We struggled to beat Sudan. Niger eliminated us. Niger eliminated us from CHAN. Niger league players who change. Niger. I'm not saying that they are inferior or something, but Niger that we used to beat 9-0, 9-1. Niger eliminated Ghana. We have forgotten about that because, like one former president said, we have short memory. We go to under 17 qualifies, we get eliminated. Under 17 World Cup. Under 17, Ghana, one of the first African countries to win the under 17 World Cup after Nigeria. We failed to qualify, even for Africa. We go to under 20, the first African country to win the under 20 World Cup up to date. We cannot even qualify. We can't even qualify for the World Cup. Africa, the Enokura, we can't qualify. We recently saw the under 20 tournament, also. Israel, any other teams, we can't even qualify for that. Granted. Under 23, 20 years, we have not been able to qualify. 20 solid years. Put that one down. Say that you are going to win the tournament. Then you go to the tournament, play one good game. All the players are in the news. That's all. The last game against Uruguay, Troca. We cannot play two solid games consistently. Put the Black Stars aside. Black Queens, 20 years, they can't qualify. World Cup, they can't qualify for 17, 18 years. Under 20 Mba, they can't. Even under 17 Mba, they have been banned. They have been banned. Don't even come to club football. Don't come to club football. Don't mention club football because people are talking about sound. Don't mention club football because club football there, and yet. Don't even go to club football. The last time a Ghanaian club won Africa, no, Menkai. I was working barefooted that time. Don't even talk about club football. Of course, we have become a mockery of football. We have become a mockery of global football. Mockery. The sad thing is that we cannot beat Congo. We cannot beat Gabon. We cannot beat Sudan. We cannot beat Niger. We cannot beat Benin. We cannot beat Togo. We cannot beat Central African Republic, war-torn Central African Republic. We cannot beat them. We cannot beat South Africa. We cannot beat Swaziland. We cannot beat Lesotho. We can't. So say, who are we going to play against? Ghana versus Ghana. Ghana versus Ghana. Unless we put Ghana versus Ghana. We don't have the capacity again. We don't have anything. Football country, football nation, football nation, football nation. At a point in the first game, the commentators were laughing at Ghana. Everybody is shocked. I guess some grammarians, the whole country grammarians, football fundamentals. We don't have where we train our youngsters. We don't. AstroTurf na ye nyina ye nka ho asem ni nyina nya AstroTurf papa AstroTurf no de mba no de dressing no de mba no omo de ye AstroTurf na ye bobo wo so no dodo na atwam wi ase the deputy sports minister was saying that some of you don't want to accept. The deputy minister said it. Oko Morocco, when you travel and you see astroturf for your bubble also, all the astroturf in our communities now, a lot of the astroturf, the man there decoration or where they are saying, and Yakucha be going near the bubble. Travel and see astroturf, 4G, 5G. Kona kwashe astroturf, papa. Quality pictures we don't have. Go to Pram and see. All the astroturf in our communities, is for decoration purposes. The ones that the women use in decorating outdoor, and it'll be near bubble also. We need to put our football on pause. You need to put it on pause. Pause. We need to put it. Everything is not working. Forget about the meteors. Everything, Chan. Black screens, black stars, black meteors, black whatever, black, everything black whatever. All our national teams are being blacked out. Now they have to put Ghana versus Ghana. That is the only team we can beat. Togo will beat us. Don't say that. Monique Lamte, don't say it. Togo will beat us. The Togolese clubs are beating us. And yet Togolese clubs in the share House of Folk recently. Ghana, they can't beat. We can't beat Togo. Stop that. Put 11 players from the Togo League. Put 11 players from the Ghana League and say, they will beat us. Don't go to Togo. Central Africa is beating you. We are talking about Togo. Go to Togo and see. Small country. Go to Togo and see. Put the Togolese national team here and Ghana national team. They will beat us or they will play a draw. What are you talking about? Togo. Can you beat Togo? They will beat us. So talk about Eritrea now. I'm saying that after Eritrea, Comoros have beaten us. So I don't know where I'm going again. So the only national team that we can play against, Ghana versus Ghana. Very painful to talk about our nation in this respect. But that's the point that we have come to. We can simply not do anything well. Madagascar show. Sudan show, Niger show, Central African Republic Lesotho struggle, Togo. Bring money and let's put the Ghana Black Stars against Togo tomorrow at our Accra Sports Stadium and come and watch. If you like, bring it. You have not watched the Black Stars, eh? I was in Garua. I watched the Black Stars against Comoros. That was Garua. All the players, Thomas Partey, Dede Ayew, everyone played. Almost. Yapon ball. Ghana versus Comoros. Yapon ball now Comoros for no. Omashe Ghana 3. No more referee no. Omubu officer referee now pon ball. Comoros. Omashe 4-0. What are you talking about, Togo? You people, we have to respect Ghana. If you don't travel, you think you are doing something. Go to Guinea now. Go and check Guinea. The Kotoko former captain, he's there. Go and check Guinea. And see the facilities that Hafia Club and other clubs are building. Come to Ghana. A man for a team bus. No more seminar. Event. So much to team bus. Tanzania, as they say, talk about Togo. Mumpe other national team, mame. Jamaica, yes, ahead of the 206 World Cup. Ye bomosa, mekaima tiwamu Jamaica. Ye bomosa, sibeseya. And Jamaica, what are you talking about? Somebody is saying that Obama, you need to understand that now every country know how to play football. That is the problem. Every country know how to play football except Ghana. So you mean that every country knows how to play football? So Ghana knows how to play football. Tell me. You that you are saying that now every country knows how to play football. Now tell me if you can say with your chest out that Ghana knows how to play football. Tell me. Your clubs cannot beat club from Nouadhibou from Mauritania. Your clubs cannot beat them. Mauritania national team, you will struggle to get a draw against them. What are you talking about? When you say every country is knowing how to play football, go and say that thing to Brazil. Go and tell Brazil for say obi ehu ball nti omo nche omo. Tell that to Italy. Obi she omo no masaki omo coach no. That is the level. I explained this thing to you people the last time. Say, don't say that anywhere. When your ancestors, Your forefathers have laid down a foundation of sound footing. Ama football. African Cup I bought 7 times, you know. Omo final 6 times. And omo ji move 4 and omo dia 2. And the chesa unim boche omo was started. Ye 2 mrika 100 meters, you know. Wo obia de wako na wo 4 by 100. Huh? Wo 4 by 100. Mrika na wo 4 by 100. Let me explain this thing to you. Obia hu bobo no. This is the point. Wo 4 by 100. The oko 100 meters no wadi kan oko. Watchim 50 meters amount. Wa obeje ye no, wo so atwemu a de ko, wakwa akodru 60 meters ahead of the oduachi no. The oba last no oba beje a, no omo nyina besa ne ho so obi ehumrikatu. What would am? Somebody has built a solid foundation for you. Win under 17. Clubs win in Africa. Your national team win. Oba ya wo se obi ehum bobo. Nti omo ana wo nada mo hye omo no. You have been mediocre. So don't say Obi and Bobo. You are first in class. Your mouth found solid foundation. I feel do class 6. I was starting now. I was say, only almost started war. P1 now do almost first. Basic P6 and all. Who born now then. Because who they all started here, which are 90. There was 100. Who are there now? So 70. 100. So don't say. That is a very lame excuse, unpardonable excuse. Say Obie Hubobo, you are not selecting good players. And my fathers will tell me, say in the past they had a national team selection committee. Men are winning bomb administrators or mumpe Obiesi Kendi. Do you all remember? Let me tell you that ahead of the Tunisia 1994 AFCON, selection is one of the biggest problems in Ghana football. Selection, one of the biggest problems in Ghana football. So ahead of the World AFCON in Tunisia, they selected a player, ahead of the best winger in the league. That time was Georgiata. He was from Sunyane, my own hometown. Then authorities in Ghana, equally on rolling, say, Ghana echo AFCON, the best winger in Ghana, Yejano, Akofa the 3rd best, and then echo. No, I say who is the best winger? They convinced Rollins and showed him why Georgiata was the best. Do you know what happened? Go and find the daily graphic of 3rd June 1994 daily graphic. 3rd January 1994 daily graphic. And I cite this every day. Georgiata finally arrives. They sent a helicopter to Sunyane to pick Georgiata. The president had to intervene because in Crawford started say grim no ache players omunim boni e de omokono. They had to send a helicopter to a chopper to Sunyane to pick Georgiata. They called on gramophone or said their phone obi phone original coordinating council. So omo fa taxi in Georgiata fee undress up no fa ne boot. President say we your best number 7 now be omo ye ball okrum ha omo de omo nsa to so nimbo coach na amfre no. What's the problem? Also, any coach any problem here. Then you the chopper for Accra. Within 30 minutes, they are in Sunyane. They pay Georgiata to Accra. Almost Sunday, no, not him no Tunisia. They sent him there again. Selection has become a problem. Yenti no cre. Into case Obia Hubobo. Among 4 to 2 amaniama ye. Born yangu Obia so nimbo. People are putting things in the right places. People are putting things in the right places. Selection, academy, papa, national investment. They are not chopping the money. They are putting it. Mauritania have done it. They have kids who are 6 years, who are going to sleep there for 10 years, enjoying under 17, being fed by the FA. Morocco, I won't go there. Lesotho, I will show you pictures. Don't say people are learning how to play football. They are putting things in place, and you have become more greedy. You have become more self-centered, self-seeking, selfish interest. How do you say everyone has come to know how to play football? If you are a Brazilian national team coach, when Peru about 2-2, and I watch Peru 2-0, one bonny year. Now, what skills when they say, "Oh, can't you Brazil for and say Peru for no football?" Bomba can't you say Garincha mo, Pele mo, Tostao mono. na build a foundation until you don't have to lower it into obi ahuba. I was a uhubo more. Mediocrity scaling us. All our national teams have fallen down flat. Apologies to Kevin Boy. Flat. Create, loot, and share. All the players we see, all the players. Your friend national team here, you can see 3 guys be a team, but 3 guys or 4 guys here. They don't have any business. We management committee, some management committee, we need to collapse all of them. That's what I'm saying. Something like a coup d'etat needs to happen. If we want our football to be strong, something like coup d'etat needs to happen. Coup d'etat in football, then collapse the constitution of football, rebuild everything. Except that people's hearts, they are playing with people's hearts. Intina kakran, the league is dead. Kakran. The league is dead. We said this thing, me, I watched the Ghana League from 1994, 95, 96, because I'm sure properly 97. And me as a kid, I go to the stadium in Kumasi to stand behind. And I'm at home, take it 70th minute. I'm question an Afrin Pomo. So the same thing. Today, I pass behind the stadium. You can't even notice they are playing football. Sometimes I drive behind the Accra Sports Stadium and I see people lying on tombstones at the Osu Cemetery. More people there than at the Accra Sports Stadium. People don't like football again. Yesterday, I can see in a pro. We don't like. I'm telling you the truth. Sunday, Mediama versus Accra House of Folk. Me drive me tra Parliament House. Me drew Osu Cemetery. Nani padeda. Ho bi boludu. Omo de efunu amenaso. They are sleeping on tombstones. They are sleeping on the graves. They are enjoying Emframa. Football at the Accra Sports Stadium. Accra House of Folk. They won't go and watch. Everywhere. Stadium is empty. Me, I don't get anything from Ghana football except that talking about it. But when I travel and I see what people are doing, there are people where all of us, we have become people that some people look up to because of football. You go to somewhere, some people are crying, Obama, please, mon can be my ball and one year. People in traffic, they sell. Me, I've sold. I've been a shoe shine just to get money to come and watch football. So I see people selling in traffic. Selling in traffic 7 days. Then the 8th day, they go to the stadium to pay and watch. Then people in suit who don't pay, who have been given the mandate, then they cheat these guys. They disappoint these guys. Shoe shine, farm milk. Let me tell you, the stadium that you go to watch football in Ghana here, over 60% of them are people who are not well to do. And that is a fact, like myself. Shoe shine, farm milk, wala tuwalasa, carpenters, people who are doing minor jobs. These are people who pay money to come and watch football because almost interesting in where we are saying no. That's the only place that they can enter with a rich. Because at the club, so the only place they get the chance to watch a game and feel superior, the team has to focus on the then we are disappointing them for 10 years. We can't rebuild anything. Keeps going down and down and down and down and down and down. Sad. It's a sad development. It's a sad development. Like Wakasu said, we need to think our future. We need to think our future. Apologies to Wakasu. Don't get angry with me. Get angry with the system. Some of you are more Mrs. here. If they give you the mandate, say, selected 23 best players, some of you are not football administrators. If they say that some of you go and select the best under 17 players in Ghana in 3 months, some of you will come out with better players than what our administrators do. I'm telling you the fact. You know why? Because of honesty. Some of you, I'm saying, you are not football administrators. But because of honesty, If they tell you to go and select 17 players from Ghana, you will know where to go to pick best 17 players on be representing Ghana there in Nigeria. You will not say Papa we mfane de embra. We management committee on mfane de embra. We ni Papa boy kakra e o campaign on mfane de embra. Akwa bi o ha obotim bi o nya de bo. You will not do that. Because person manfo anije, one kasa kra we fan. And that is honesty. But there are people who have been given the mandate and they don't do it. It's either we don't have the players, and you cannot tell me that. You go to Alajo, you go to Choko, you go to Kintampo, you see 12-year-old boys. Some of you, me boy, I mentioned you know, inter schools. I want to move on Fenaja, more near Mamo, inter schools. And right to dream when Oliver Tamamo de From inter schools. Go to Kumasi inter schools. Who solid guys, Anoche then them more. Go and see Anoche. On course school so koye bobia, Anoche sunny then them. But Fred player now who say bob ball out to Sampa. Sunny then them. Go to Kumasi, they have not gone to any school. Honesty. People inter school say we best players, no agent. We so pen into better na de oye papa no. Ya mfana ma agent papa won wo dinti no. Wonye tim mo. Sad. Thank you very much.